Hope all you had a great Christmas. Episode 5 starts right now. Welcome everyone to episode 005. I am Jason Gelios, Realtor, serving Metro Detroit. Hey, I appreciate everyone watching and sharing and commenting. Starting to get some traction here with this show, so I really appreciate it. And I appreciate the questions that you guys send in. So, a couple things I'm going to answer today. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Alright, so many people were asking, what are some of the worst habits that homeowners can develop as they live in a home? And this is an interesting question because I am not asked this often. So I came up with a list that I want to share with you guys, the 7 bad habits that homeowners fall into. And by the way, if you're selling a home, this can affect you, so you want to make sure that you try not to do these things. So number 1, taking long, steamy showers. Long, steamy showers sound and feel great. The only problem is it increases the amount of mold and mildew buildup in the shower, and it can be hard to keep up with and hard to clean, not to mention it can produce mold behind the walls. So I'm not a mold expert, but just know that you should run your exhaust fan in your bathroom if you're taking a long hot shower. Number 2, we're looking at keeping out the sun. Now, this doesn't really affect you in terms of resale, but if it's a cold winter day like it is now, December 2017 in Michigan, where we're seeing 9-degree weather and below, if it's very sunny out, open up your shades, open up your blinds and curtains. You'll actually use the natural sun to heat up your house. So that's one of the great things about the sunshine is your energy bill should be less because you can utilize the sun. Now there's a lot of dark days and I get that, but if it's sunny out, keep your blinds open, use the sun to heat up your home. Okay, so number 3, compulsively buying bargains. Again, this doesn't affect resale, but it's a bad habit that typical homeowners, especially first-time home buyers, get into. Is there may be a sale on accessories for a house or things like that, but ultimately, if an item is less expensive and cheap, but you're buying more of it, you're not really saving. So only buy the things that you have to buy for your home. Don't go crazy. On that same note, don't do major upgrades that don't give you a return on your investment. Okay. Number 4, running a half-full dishwasher. This is a huge waste of energy. I know dishwashers these days are energy efficient. They use less water, more heat, things like that. However, make sure that the dishwasher's full and then run it. Just some simple things there, and you'll also have less wear and tear on your appliance. Number 5, mega mulching. So you don't want to, in other words, suffocate a tree by doing too much mulch. Okay, when it rains or when you're running your sprinklers or things like that, you want to make sure that the water is actually getting to the roots of the trees and the plants. And so if you're putting too much mulch down, too much rock down, things like that, the water can't get to the roots, and you can actually damage your trees, which could affect your curb appeal if you're trying to sell. So number 6, going on a remodeling rampage. It's kind of like what I said earlier, remodeling every single thing. If you're not going to get that money back, I would say at least 80% more, then don't do it. Okay, don't remodel every single thing, especially if you're trying to sell. Do the major things. I did a video on this. It's on my YouTube channel where it's the 4 top ROI projects that give you over 100% return. So I'll actually put that link in the bottom here too. So, but don't go on a remodeling rampage. So, number 7, which is the last one, pack ratting. Clutter is the worst. Even if you're not trying to sell a home, clutter is the worst. Don't live with clutter. It clutters your mind. Having all this stuff all around the house, things like that. Just make sure that you clear out stuff. Make sure that if you're not using it, sell it or throw it away. So those are the 7 things, the 7 bad habits that homeowners get into. Okay, so I want to answer 3 top homebuyer questions really quick here. It's going to be brief. So Okay, number one, what is the first step of the home buying process? The first step is getting approved. And I don't mean getting pre-qualified where you call up a lender and they say, okay, how much do you make? Okay, great. How long you been there? Okay, great. You can get approved roughly for 180,000, and the lender has not seen any of your income documents. A pre-approval means you went through the process, they pulled your credit, they looked at your income documents, they verified it, and they gave you a solid approval, which means you go out with a real estate agent. Okay, it's perfectly fine to drive around neighborhoods and look and get an idea as to where you want to live, but ultimately get approved first, because you may find out that you can't get approved for the house that you want, or maybe you have to do something with your credit before you can get a house, or maybe you need more money down than you thought. So just know that pre-approval is the first step. Another question here is, how long does it take to buy a home? Well, normal time would be 30 to 45 days, and that's when you have an approved offer. So you have an offer accepted and you get past inspection, typically 30 to 45 days. Yeah, sometimes it can be faster, but most of the time it's not. If you need financing from a lender, if it has to be appraised, if you need it inspected, in other words, it's not just a cash deal, then yeah, it will take about 30 to 45 days. That's standard. So, okay, let's answer one more. So somebody was asking me, what is a buyer's market? This is actually a great question, common question. So what determines a buyer's market? Well, a buyer's market is simply explained like this. So there's more sellers than there are buyers, okay? There's more buying activity. I'm sorry, there's less buying activity and more, you know what, cut this question out. This is a common question. How much do I have to pay an agent to help me buy a house? Most home buyers still don't know that you don't have to really pay an agent to look for a house and get it done. Some agents do charge a buyer's agent fee. That's negotiable. On my transactions, I don't, or I cover it. But the seller of the house you find pays the agent, the buyer's agent. So it doesn't cost you anything to go out and look with a buyer's agent looking for homes, okay? They can show you houses. We can make sure that all the right forms are in place, that they're protecting you, and that everything was done in an ethical and honest way. So it doesn't cost you anything, the home buyer, to use an agent to look for a home. Thank you everyone for watching episode 005. I hope you enjoyed this show. We're really getting to answer questions, and the only way I can do that is by you submitting them. So you can go to it'sallabouttherealestate.com under the AskJasonGeliosShow page. It has its own page, and you can actually submit your question there, or you can just basically put it in the comments below here. So whether you're watching this on Facebook or YouTube or Twitter or Instagram, wherever you're watching this, feel free to comment. Please like and share this as well. The more people that see this, the better, because it creates value for them, and it's a non-confrontational way to answer most common real estate questions. So I appreciate you guys watching. Make it a great day.